This is the Roulette Master, and I cannot wait to share with you this incredible new roulette system. This is called Farm Boys Beat the Chop Aussie Upgrade Roulette System. I know that's a mouthful, but he said it is unbelievable. I can't wait to share with you. And today we're going to put his system up against Randall's system that won the bracket challenge with a modification that's going to really change things and make it even better than the original. I can't wait to share this with you. Let's start with that first, and here we go. We're going to start with a $10 bet on second column, second 12. And let's go ahead and spin. And this has a great new modification that, again, makes the system that won the bracket challenge even better and much safer. And that's a $10 win to start. So we're up 10. We just rebet and spin. And again, when we had the original bracket challenge, this beat all the other systems. And now it's even better. That's a 5 red, and that's another win. So if you get one of the two, you win. If you hit both, you hit a jackpot. That would be a 14, 17, 20, or 23. Let's go ahead and spin, and here we go. Let's see what we get on this one, and that is a 1 red, and that's a loss. So with this system, when you get a loss, you just go up by a unit. Just like the original. So we're at 20 each now, but there's going to be some modifications that make it safer throughout, and that's a 24 black. And that's a win right there. Fantastic. So if we get the win, and you can see we're up 20, we just stay right where we're at 40 normally, but in this case, we're only going to bet 30 because our first goal is going to be $50. So instead of staying at 40, we can drop back to 30. So let's do that. There we go, and let's spin. That's a 23 red, and that's a $120 win. Wow, we're up $140 already. That must have been a jackpot, and it was. That was a 23 red. Again, a 14, 17, 20, or 23 is a jackpot, and that was awesome. So let's reset the bets. And then I'm going to show you how to protect your bankroll even more as we go through this. Let's go ahead and spin. And that was exciting. I love when you hit those jackpot numbers. And that's a 10 black. And that's a loss, so let's go up a unit. So we'll go to 20 now. And let's go ahead and spin. We're up 120 right now. And this system was always awesome because when you hit a jackpot, it brought you back even if you were way down. But again, this one's going to be even better because it has many more safety options. We're up 140 now. We're going to stay right there. Our next, actually, we're not going to stay there because we're at we go in $50 increments. So we only need $10 to get to our next one. So we're not going to stay at 40. We're going to go back to 10. 10 each, that is. And we'll try to get to 150 here. Let's go ahead and spin. With the original system, every time we had a new session profit, we would just restart. And that's a nice $10 win. So we achieved another goal of 150. We actually jumped over our $100 goal, but now we're going for 200. We'll reset the bets back to 10. Okay, and there's a lot more to this as well. So make sure you watch the whole thing because when we have a bunch of losses, you need to know what to do. And that is another jackpot. That's a $40 win. We're up 190, and now we're only $10 away from our next goal of 200. So we just go back to 10. And let's spin. Here we go. We're 3.5 minutes in out of 15. And that's another jackpot. Wow, 20 black. All right. So we're up 230 now. So let's reset our goal now to 250. And we'll be back at 10 each. Let's go ahead and spin. But the most important part of this is what we do when things go bad, which is why you got to stick around for the whole video, because when things start to go south, this is where the modification really kicks in. And we only need 10 more to get to our next goal of 250. So here we go. Let's see what we get here. And that's a 1 red. That is a loss, so let's see where we're at now. And normally we go up a unit. Let's go ahead and do that. We're at 20 each now. Let's go ahead and spin. But you always want to check and make sure that you know, going up a unit isn't too much for the next goal. So that depends on what your next goal is. And that's a nice $80 win. That's another jackpot. We're up $300 now already. All right, so you've seen the good part. Now I'm going to show you what when we start having some losses consecutively. I'm sure we'll have some of that in the 15 minutes. What to do. That's, again, the most important part of this. So stick around for that. We're doing awesome, though. We were up 300. Now we dropped to 280. Let's increase by a unit and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 15 black. That's a win. We'll take it, and we're up 300 right now. And let's go ahead and spin here. 350 is our next goal. And that's a 22 black. That's a win. Okay, that's a $20 win. So we are, and after that win, we're going to go ahead and spin again here at 20 each. Here we go. That's a 4 black. And that's a loss. So let's see where we're at. We're up 280. Let's go up by a unit. And again, once we have a bunch of losses in a row, I'm going to show you the most important part of this system, which is the best upgrade that there is, and that's a 12 red. That's a loss. So you've seen what happens when things go well with this. Now you're starting to see, and when we drop back to 220 profit, now you're starting to see what happens when things go bad. And that is the whole key to this new modification. That's a 13 black. That's a $40 win. So we're up to 60. And when you have a bunch of losses and you finally get a win with this system, what you do is you reset to the next $50 increment. You don't try to get back to 350. So we're just going to set our sights on 300, and we're going to go, instead of a $80 bet, we're going to go all the way back to 40. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And actually, I'm sorry, that was at 40 each. So I guess we can stay at 40. So here we go. But you don't want to go more than that. You don't want to go over the next goal, basically. And here we go. You're resetting the goals and making them manageable. And that's a loss. So let's go up a unit. I'm glad we're getting all these losses now so that you guys can see what to do when you have a really bad run. And the good thing is when you hit jackpots, it'll make up for, if you have to drop back a little bit. So there's another loss. We've had a bunch of losses in a row here. Now we're at 60 each. And that temporarily dropped us back to $80 profit. So here we go. Let's see what we get. That's a 29 black. And that's a win at 60. Okay, so one thing you can do with this, if you keep having losses like this, you can actually just reset to the next one again, even though we were up a lot, like 350. Now we could set our goal on 150 and just put $10 on second column, second 12. Now, if you want to, you can always cash out when you're happy, when you get up a lot. That's the best option, right? But if you keep playing and you have a bunch of bad losses, resetting your goals to something that's manageable is the way to not lose your bankroll. And let's go ahead and spin again after we increased on that one. That's an 18 red, and we got the win. So after you get a win, you can always see we only need 10 to get to our next goal. So let's go ahead and go 10 and 10. And then we can build ourselves back up to 350. That's no problem, but we want to be safe. And there's a nice jackpot win. That's a $40 win. So we're up 180 now. Now we'll set our sights on 200 as our next goal. So, but let's start at 10 each because we just set a new goal, and we only need 20 to get to that next goal. So a couple wins will be good, or a jackpot, of course, would be awesome. So that's a loss. Let's go ahead and increase. Now we're at 20 each, 40 total. And obviously you can play this the original way, but it is riskier when you try to get it all back quickly when things go south. So let's go ahead and increase again. Now we're at 30 each, 60 total, 120 profit, and here we go. For me, the most important thing is not losing the bankroll. That's why I like these modifications like this, and that's a $30 win. So our next goal would be 200. So let's go back to 10 and 10 and spin. And that's a 13 black. So we just set another goal there. That's why we dropped back to 10 again. And you can see we're up 160. We'll stay at 10 and 10. Good. Now our sights are on 200. And obviously you want to cash out after you have a really nice run. And that's a good one there. That's a 17 black. That's a jackpot. So we just got back to 200. Now we'll set our sights on 250. But we go back to 10 because we always go back to 10 when we reset our goals. And here we go. That's a 9 red. That's a loss. Let's go ahead and increase. Okay, now we're at 20 each, 40 total. And at one time I think we were up almost as much as 350, but that's okay. As long as you win and you don't lose your bankroll, that's what's important. And that's a loss there. And you can always, when you get up a lot early, you can always cash out also. We just increased after that loss, so let's go ahead and spin. That's a 30 red. That's a loss, so let's increase again. And that dropped us back to 80 temporarily, and here we go. Okay, that's a win with the 19 red. So then once you get a win, you can try to find a more manageable goal. And in this case, that would be 150. And I know we've been much higher than that, but that's okay. So let's just place a $30 bet on each. Okay. So instead of placing 40 on each, we'll drop back to 30 on each. That's all we need to get our next goal. And here we go. That's a 31 black. And that's a loss. So let's go ahead and increase those by 1 unit. Now we're at 40 each, 80 total. Here we go. That's a 4 black, and that is a loss. Let's increase again, then we'll check our balance. And temporarily, we're back. We're actually down for the first time now, but we have about 3 minutes left. We'll get back up here, I bet. And that's a 20 black. That helps. That's a $200 win. Just as I said that, now we reset our goal to 200, and we'll go back to 10 each.
No more bets.
That was awesome. So here we go again. That's an 8 black. Okay, that's a nice $10 win. So now we're only $10 away from our next goal. And again, this is all about setting manageable goals that are easy to achieve instead of trying to get it all back when quickly when you have a bad streak. So it's about building it back up. We'll increase after that loss. Now we're at 20 each. And we have about 2 minutes left with this one. And this one's all about being smart and managing bankroll. Let's go ahead and increase. And this is a $2,000 bankroll system for $10 units. And you can also play this with a $200 bankroll and dollar units. So that's a 1 red. That's another loss. We'll increase. Okay, we're at 40 each now, 80 total.
No more bets.
And let's go ahead and spin. Okay, that's a 31 black. And what this does is it keeps the bets smaller than they are when you try to get everything back quickly. So let's increase again. And we've had a lot of losses recently, but you remember this. It's also important to always cash out when you're doing really well, and we could have done that earlier. Now we're at 40 though, and we'll go all the way back and just reset to 50 as our next goal. Even though we were up 350, we have to build it back up. We don't want to try to risk everything to get it back, because look, if we had had a large bet there on 00, I don't think that would have went very well for us. So think about that. And sure, yeah, we've lost most of the profit that we've made for this session, but there's no reason we can't build it back up. And that's a 26 black. Okay, we got a partial win there. Our next goal is 50, so we'll put 10 on each, because that's all we need to achieve this next, very achievable goal of 50. And I know it's hard to put it, forget that we were just up 350. So now our next goal will be 100, and it's really hard for a lot of people to do that, because you're thinking, oh man, I was just up 350. I don't want to go back to 100. But and now we're up 60. Let's go ahead and rebet and spend. But what that does is it protects your bankroll, it keeps the bets low, and it just takes a little longer to build it back up again. So We just had time expire, and sure, we only made $70 with this system, where normally if we were playing Randall's system, we probably would be up 300 right now. But who knows if we would have lost our bankroll. So think about that, and this is a modification that makes it to where you can play all night, and you don't have to take all those crazy risks, and you never know when a really bad streak's going to happen. So think about it. Let me know down in the comments whether you like the original, where you can win a lot of money, and or you know, one that's safer like this. But remember too, this was up $350 at one time, so we could have easily walked with that, and always remember that as well. But now it is time for the new roulette system of the day from Oren, and I can't wait to share it with you. Let's jump right into it and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for Oren's new system. This is called Farm Boys Beat the Chop Aussie Upgrade Roulette System. And let's place the bets. We're going to start with $10 on Follow the Winner color, but that's going to change as we go through. And let's go ahead and spin. All right, the timer's set, and here we go. That's a 15 black. Okay, and when we lose, we're going to go up 2 units, and we're going to switch to the other color. So we're going to go to 30, and here we go. Let's go ahead and spin. And let's see what we get on this one. Okay, that's a 6 black. Okay, since we won, we're going to stay Follow the Winner color, but if we had lost, it would have changed. But I'll share that with you once we do that. And let's go back to 10, and we'll be on black. All right, we're currently up $20, and let's spin. That's a 12 red. Okay, and that's a loss. So we're going to go up 2. We're going to go from 10 to 30, and we'll be on red. All right, let's go ahead and spin. Okay, that's a 4 black. Okay, and that's 2 losses in a row. So when we have 2 losses in a row with this one, we're still going to go up 2 units from 30 to 50. But instead of going Follow the Winner on color, we're going to switch to the chop. So let's go ahead and put 30 on red instead of black. And let's go ahead and spin. That's a 26 black. Okay, and that's a loss. So we stay on the chop right now. So we are, that was at 30. We're going to be at 50, and we'll be on red. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. And we're going to talk about, you know, goals and bankroll and all that stuff coming up as well. Okay, that's a win there at 50. So we are at even right now, and we're trying to get to $50 as our first goal. So we're going to go ahead and keep it at 50. And since we got the win, we go back to Follow the Winner color. Okay, so every time you get a win, it changes it back and forth. So here we go. We're going to have 50 on red. And we lost that one. That's a 15 black. Okay, so now we're minus 50. We're going to go to 70, and we're going to be on black. Okay, if we lose this one, we're going to switch back to the chop. That'll be 2 losses in a row, and that's a 13 black. Okay, we got the win. So let's see where we're at. We're at 20. We need to get to 50. So here's where we change the bet. Instead of staying at 70, just like Aussie Pete's system, we're going to go. We only need 30 to achieve our goals. We don't need 80, which would be 70 plus unit. So we're just going to put $30 on Follow the Winner color. Let's go ahead and spin. And yes, this is a modification of Aussie Pete's system that beats the chop, and that's a 26 black. Okay, we got the win. So we're up 50. Now we'll be shooting for 100. We'll go back to 10, and we'll still be on Follow the Winner color. If we lose 2 in a row, we're going to switch to the chop. And that's a 25 red. I know we're starting out slow today, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens, and we're going to go from 10 to 30, and we're going to be on red. If we lose this one, that'll be 2 losses in a row, and we'll go back to the chop again, which means back and forth. That's a 21 red, and that means we would benefit from it, but we got the win, so that's not going to happen We are going to go up 1 unit when we have wins, if necessary, to reach our next goal. It's not necessary for us to go to 30 to 40 because we only need 30 to achieve our next goal. So we're going to leave it at 30. So we're going to make good decisions here to protect our bankroll and to make money with this system. Okay, that's a $30 loss. So we're going to go to 50 and we'll be on black. Up 2 units. Let's go ahead and spin. Okay, that's a 17 black. Okay, that's a nice $50 win. So again, our next goal is 100. We don't need to go to 60, which we would normally go up a unit from 50 to 60. We don't need that. Our next goal is 100. We only need 10. So we're going to be on black for 10. Follow the winner color. Again, if we lose 2, we're going to go back to the chop. And that would mean winning off of back and forth instead of keeping the colors the same. So that is a loss at 10. We're going to go up 2 units to 30. If we lose this one, we leave follow the winner on color and we go back to the chop. That's a 33 black, and that's 2 losses in a row. So that means we go up 2 units from 30 to 50, but we're not on follow the winner color anymore. We are on the chop, which would be the opposite. So we're $50 on red, and here we go. Let's see what we get here. And that worked. That's a 34 red. Fantastic. So again, now we reached 100. We're going to go for 150. So let's go ahead and we'll be on red for 10 now. And when you have losing streaks, it's okay to reset and go backwards a little bit. We're going to set our goals for the next $50 increment. We're not going to try to get back what we lost quickly. We're going to be smart about this. So that's a $10 win. And we're at 110. We need to increase by a unit when we win. And until we get to a point where that's not necessary to reach our next goal. That's a 3 red. Okay, that's a win. So now we need 20 to get to our next goal. We don't need to increase a unit to get to 30. So we just bet 20 here. And we're still follow the winner color until we lose 2 in a row. And then we go back to the chop. And that's a 36 red. And again, the chop is the back and forth. And here we go. It's the opposite of follow the winner color. And we're up 150. We achieved our goal. We're shooting for 200 now, which means we reset back to 10. And we're on follow the winner color. And we're almost 7 minutes in out of 15 with the Oren's new system here, and or new modification of Aussie Pete's system. That's a $10 win. But sometimes a modification can be just as good as the original. Of course, we always need the original to get to the modification. So we're trying to get to 200 now. So we need to go up a unit. And you can see we were at 10. We'll be at 20. Until you don't need to do that to reach your next goal. And here we go. That's a 7 red. I think that's a win. And it is. So let's see what we need to get to 200. We need 20. So we don't need to go up a unit. We just leave it at 20 and we stay on red. And here we go. We're 7.5 minutes in out of 15. And this is 23 red. That's another win. We achieved our next goal of 200. We go back to 10 and spend. And we're back to where we're going to increase 1 on wins and 2 on losses. That's units. And that's an 18 red. Okay, that's a win. So we go up a unit from 10 to 20. Look at all those reds in a row all of a sudden. And here we go. Okay, it just ended there with 20 black. So we switch to black and we go from 20 to 40. All right, here we go. We lose this one. That's 2 losses in a row. And then we'll go back to the chop. And we did lose. So we're going to go from 40 to 60. And we'll be on the opposite. We won't go to red. We'll stay on black. So now we're on the chop. And basically the chop's just the opposite of follow the winner color. That's a 36 red. And that's a loss. So we're going to go from 60 to 80. And we will be on black. Not on follow the winner color. We'll be on opposite. And we lost that one. That's 30 red. Okay, and then if you have 2 losses in a row on follow the winner color, then you go back. I'm sorry, 2 losses in a row on the chop. You go back to follow the winner. So we're going to do that now, and we're going to go to 100, and we'll be on red.
No more bets.
Let's go ahead and spin. This makes it to where you can't lose on a long streak with either one. Okay, that's a 35 black, but it backfired on us there. We're going to go from 100 to 120, and we'll have one more here at follow the winner color, and we'll be on black for 120. Here we go. Oh my goodness, that's not good. So that's 2 losses in a row there. Now we're going to go to 140, and we're going to be back on the chop. So let's go to black at 140.
No more bets.
And here we go. Then we'll check our balance after this one. Okay, we finally got the win for black. So we're not in profit anymore. When we're not in profit with this system, what we do is we find how much it takes to get to the original goal of 50. We reset to 50, and 50 plus 70 is 120. So we're going to drop the bet from 140 back to 120. And we'll be on black. Because when you get the win, you always reset back to the way it was originally. And we got the win there. That's a 28 black. Okay, so we achieved our goal of 50. And I know we were higher than 50, but we reset with this system to the next level of even if you were higher before. So now we're going to bet 10 on black and spin. We'll try to build it back up again. And that's the safety aspect of this roulette system. And similar to the one in the first system today. And we're going to increase by 2 on black. And then if we lose this one, we'll go back to the chop. And that's a 1 red. We did lose. So we go back to the chop. We go to 50. And instead of being on red, which would be follow the winner color, we go to the opposite. Okay, that's a 13 black. Okay, we got the win. So we're 40 away. So instead of betting 60 on the next one, we're going to bet 40. So we'll be on black for 40. Because that's all we need to get to the next $50 increment. And we got the win. That's a 20 black. So we reached 100 there. Now we're shooting for 150. And again, it's okay to go backwards and reset your goals to something that's manageable. So we're going to be on black for 10. And now we're going to try to work our way back up to 150. Again, this is just like the previous system. This is all about trying to maintain your bankroll, which is $2,000 or $200 with dollar units without, and we're going to go here. I'm sorry, we're going to go to red for 30, up 2 units. And it's so much more important to not lose your bankroll than it is that you win a ton each night. It's all about, just consistently winning money. So we're going to go from 30 to 50, and we'll be on black. If we lose this one, we'll go back to the chop. And here we go again, which is the opposite. That's a 10 black. We got the win, so let's see where we're at. We're at 110, and we're trying to get to 150. So instead of 50, we're going to drop back to 40, and we'll be on black.
No more bets.
And we're just trying to achieve that next $50 goal. We lost that one. That's a 7 red. So we go from 40 to 60, and we'll be on red.
No more bets.
And here we go. Ooh, we lost that one too. Okay, so now we go back to the chop. We go from 60 to 80. And we'll be on red because we just act like the zeros don't count when it comes to color. And here we go. That's an 8 black. We lost, so we go to 100, and we'll be on the chop still, so we'll be on red. And temporarily, now we're down 70, so we need to build it back up. That's a 33 black. And that's another loss. So now we go back to follow the winner on color, and we go to 120 on black. All right, we need to build it back up here. Okay, we got the win there at 28 black. Okay, so we're at minus 50. So if we're in the negative, let's just go ahead and keep the bet the same. Or you can, like, actually, you know, before I was telling you, though, the best thing to do is to go back to 50. So that would be a $100 bet instead of 120. So let's back it up a little. Let's stick with the system and make sure that, that we follow through. So here we go. That's a 7 red. And that's a loss, so we'll go to 120. And let's see here. So that was the chop. We'll go to red for 120.
No more bet.
If we lose this one, we'll go back to the chop again. We got the win there on 1 red. Okay, that's at 120. We need at least $80 to get to that $50 goal. So we'll go $80 on red. And we've just had a pretty rough set of numbers so far, but at least we're still winning money. And that's a 1 red. Okay, so we're up 50, then we shoot for 100. And then we go back to 10 on red and try to build it back up. Again, obviously, just like the other system when we just ran out of time, just like the other system we just had, we didn't make as much as the original, but it was, you know, we did finish in profit. We're only up $40 right now. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments with this one. At least we did finish in profit. We were up a decent amount at one time. So always remember that you can always cash out when you're doing well. But this is a way to play where you can play all night long without worrying as much as you normally do with losing your bankroll, because you're not trying, when you have a bad streak, you're not trying to get everything back. And you know, when things are going well, you can still make a lot of money also, but when things go poorly, it basically keeps you from going way down and keeps you in the game. So would love to hear from you what you guys think about both these systems today, and keep sending the systems in as usual. And just like today's modification, if you don't have a new system, just come up with a modification. Either way, you know, it can lead to better systems that help us do better in the casino. And remember to send your systems into roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. I pick a new one every single day of the week, 365 days of the year, and you guys are just keeping it rocking and rolling. I love it, and I can't wait to see what you guys send tonight and tomorrow. And we'll just keep it going in the search for the best roulette system possible. If you're enjoying the ride and enjoying the videos, please like and subscribe. We just hit 50,000 subscribers as a community, and let's keep that community growing to 100,000. That would be awesome. And the more people we get in the community, the more systems get sent in. And that's what it's all about, is searching for that best roulette system we can find and testing out systems to see which ones are good and which ones are bad. Always let me know down in the comments whether you like them or don't like them, because it helps everyone else in the community out. Everybody looks at the comments, and you can really make a difference by, you know, maybe your comment is someone will read it and give them a, you know, a better idea of what to do when they go to the casino. So you know, you can save them money, and people just like to see your comments, and you know, might really help someone else out, and that's what this is all about. And in the search for the best roulette system possible. I love that search. I hope you do too. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.